Welcome back to day 27. Today's practice is focused on practicing kindness. So, with that as our intention, think about that, how that pertains to you, not in just the practice of being kind to others, but of being kind to yourself. And one of the first steps in doing that is the practice of self care. And being kind to your body and giving yourself that time to reset and start over. So that's what we'll do today. It will be a nice, calming, deeper stretch practice. So when you're ready, I will see you on the mat. Welcome back for day 27. If you have a wall nearby, I'd like to invite you to start legs up the wall. If you don't have a wall nearby, just lie flat and try to settle in and let the floor be grounding for you. The reason I like to start legs up the wall, if it's an option, is just because it gives us that opportunity, again, focusing on that intention of being kind to ourselves today, to just reverse all of that blood flow. We're on our feet all day long. So even if you're sitting at a desk, right, you're upright and the blood flow is going down to your feet. So it's just nice when you have the opportunity, and yoga gives us that opportunity to just reverse that. Extend the legs up toward the ceiling if you're able to. If it feels better to you today, lying flat and you're not feeling legs up the wall, then go for it. It's really about being kind to your body, showing up for the practice. So check that off. You've done that. And truly, that can be the hardest part, even for me. There are days that I am just not feeling like I have time to do the yoga. So you're here. You've already achieved the showing up part. So you're already, in essence, being kind to yourself by being here right now. And even if you were to take this entire time that we're here practicing in a child's pose, you're still being kind to yourself, right? Because you're still here and you're still giving yourself that time to reset, that mental self-care that you need, the physical check-in with your body. So let's start there. Maybe place your hands over your abdomen so you can feel the expansion with the inhale, and start to tune in with the breath. Try to check out of the thinking mind if you can. It's hard. I get it. Just because we teach yoga, it doesn't mean that it's easier to show up to the practice. It doesn't mean it's easier to tune out of the thinking mind. Like, these things are still a huge struggle for me. It's part of why I share my practice, because I know if I'm struggling with this, if I'm grappling with this, then other people are too. And maybe by sharing my practice, if I help even a handful of people get through this time, then I'm feeling like I'm fulfilling something, a void that's there. It's crazy out there, man, in that world we live in. So maybe you can start to slow the inhales and the exhales here, and letting everything get really heavy, sink into the floor, let it be grounding to you. So that's a big part of practicing kindness to ourselves, to our bodies, is to find these grounding poses where we can really reset ourselves. You can start to invite some movement into the toes. So rotate the ankles. And then we'll start to invite movement in on just the right side. Bring that right knee toward your shoulder and then in if you're not by the wall. So same thing, you're just going to bring that knee up toward the shoulder and in. And then you're just going to start to make some circles here. Keeping that left leg extended up on the wall if you're against a wall. And then bring that right foot all the way back up toward the wall and switching sides, bringing that left knee toward the shoulder and in. And same thing if you're on the floor. And then just start to make some circles. Keeping in tune with the breath. So maybe as you inhale, you bring it around. Exhale, bring it up. Vice versa. Whatever works for you. Just waking everything up a little here. And then bring that leg back up toward the wall. And then we'll bring both knees down toward the shoulders into a happy baby. So grab wherever it feels okay to you, behind the thighs, behind the backs of the shins, up around the feet. Maybe you take a yoga toe lock here, so peace fingers around the big toe. But just bring everything down toward the shoulders, really letting your knees relax down as much as you can. So use your exhale here as a tool. And as you're exhaling, can you let those knees come down a little further toward your shoulders? A little closer to the floor. Maybe bring in that ankle rotation again here. Wiggle the toes again. Be kind to your feet. We are not kind to our feet generally. Maybe massage your feet a little here, if you can reach them. If not, we're working towards it. Don't be too hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Take each pose for what it can offer you. Okay, awesome. Bring the knees together. We're going to roll onto our side if we are against the wall, just to push up and come out. And we're going to meet on hands and knees. If you're on the floor, then just meet us up on hands and knees. Tabletop position. Take that time, check in with your alignment. Knees under shoulders. Nope. Wrists under shoulders. Knees under hips. You know what? I'm not even going to edit that out because it is kind of me to make you all laugh when I do. So take the time, find your alignment. Nice, long, straight spine. Your neck is long. Inhale, drop the belly. Chin comes up, tailbone comes up. And try to exaggerate this here. So really imagine that you're dipping that navel down toward the floor. Your tailbone is reaching up toward the ceiling. You're really stretching that chin up so that you feel that opening in the throat chakra here. Exhale, round it out. Angry cat, shrimp. Picture whatever you need to, but really roll those shoulders down. Tuck the navel in. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, round it out. Now with your own breath cycle. But see that we're holding this a little longer here, really exaggerating this posture a little bit. And try to really tune in here. Where is your body talking to you? Where do you need to give a little extra love? Is there any place that feels stiff and tight? When you're ready, tuck the toes, push all the way up into downward facing dog. pedal it out here. So bend one knee, extend the opposite leg, switch sides. Really get into this. Maybe take some stillness. So maybe stop with the stretching back and forth and really just allow yourself to breathe in your downward facing dog. Maybe let your heels start to get heavier toward the yoga mat. Again, it doesn't matter if they're all the way down touching the mat. It matters that you're feeling like you're getting that nice stretch, that release in the lower back and the back of the legs and the calves, the thighs, that whole area. Breathe here and notice, take the extra time to notice, how does it feel on the inhale versus when you're relying on the floor with your legs up the wall. And as you exhale, try to imagine that you're just exhaling all of your stuff that you're carrying with you today. On your next inhale, we're going to kick that right leg all the way up behind us. Try to open the hip here. So kick that foot toward the opposite wall. And then maybe straighten the leg and hold this here, your three-legged dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. One more big breath in, and then exhale, bring that foot all the way forward between the palms, coming into a low lunge. We're going to take our twist here in our low lunge. So first, find your foundation. Almost imagine that you're squeezing the hips together, reaching the arms all the way up. You can have that back foot up on the toes, or you can bring it down flat if you feel like you're steadier that way. So find your alignment. Check in with all those little places first. And then exhale, bring it into a twist. And breathe here. Now we're going to bring that right hand down toward the floor. Left arm comes all the way up. Look at that, we're adding on today. Breathe here. All right, inhale, bring it all the way back up. Come back to your low lunge. Bring the hands down to frame the foot. And then we're going to bring it back into our little bit of our runner stretch here. So you're going to lean back over your back heel and extend and bow down over that right leg. Toes come up toward the ceiling on the right side. And breathe. Being kind to our bodies today. Taking some deeper, longer stretches, breathing through that discomfort. And as you exhale, can you get a little lower? Using the breath as a tool. One more big inhale. One more big exhale. And then inhale. Come all the way back up. Push up into the palms. Kick that right foot back. Find your downward facing dog. Take the time to notice now. Do you feel different on the right side versus the left? I bet you do. I bet you even notice now, if you go a couple days without yoga, do you feel that difference in your body, in your mindset, in your reaction to things? Inhale, kick that left leg all the way up. Open the hip. Breathe. And then exhale, you're going to bring that leg between the palms, coming down into our low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Take the time, find your foundation. Find your balance, find your alignment, find your posture, find all the things. And then when you feel steady, exhale, open it up into your twist. And again, option to add in here, lowering that left hand down, reaching the right arm up toward the ceiling. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down. And we're going to come back into that little bit of a runner's lunge. And again, you may notice that one side is tighter than the other, or it's easier to do this posture on one side versus the other. That's normal. And really use that as a guide. Listen to your body. The places that are tight, the places where it's harder, breathe into those places. One more big inhale. One more big exhale. And then roll it forward, push down into the palms. You're going to tuck the toes, kick that left foot back, come back into your downward facing dog. Setting up for pigeon here. And again, if you've been following along, option to take figure 4 or even just a child's pose when we come into pigeon. Or come along with me into pigeon. Kick that right leg all the way up behind you, bringing that right knee in between the palms. Come all the way down onto the left leg. I think pigeon is one of the kindest poses we can do for ourselves. It's also very challenging, so it takes some work. Sometimes it helps to use some props, so let your body determine what you need to take from this. So settle in here. See if you can scooch that right foot, that right knee up as far as it will go. Left leg comes down as far as it will go. So you get that nice stretch underneath. And then you're going to bring the shoulders all the way down and back and really lift the chin. Maybe lean back. Use this as a little bit of a heart opener here. An option to add on here, you can kick that left leg up toward you, reach around with your left arm and grab onto it. So you can play with that. You can stay in pigeon. See what works for you. An option to lift the right arm here. Wherever you are, 2 more big inhales and exhales. And then when you're complete, Left leg comes down, left foot comes down to the floor, push down into the palms, kick that right leg all the way up behind you, open the hip again. Exhale, bring the leg down. And then pedal it out for a moment here, and then we're switching sides. So kicking that left leg up behind you now, coming into pigeon on the left. Left knee comes between the palms. Right leg extends behind you as far as it can go. And again, take the time to set yourself up. Bring that left foot up as far as it will go. Settle in. Bring the shoulders down and back. Lift the chin, open the heart. And this alone, without adding any of the extra stuff to it, is so cathartic. It really gets into some emotional tension coming into pigeon posture, which we carry in our hips, especially women. So again, option to add on here. You can stay where you are, or you can kick that right leg up this time. And you can reach that right arm all the way behind, grabbing onto that right leg. Or not, or play with it. Take what you need. Wherever you are, breathe. You can extend that left arm up. Two more inhales and exhales here. And then bring it on down. Push into the palms, tuck the toes on the right side. Left leg comes all the way up this time, opening the hip. Come back to your downward facing dog. Walk it on up and take a nice long forward fold here. It's going to feel super good. It feels really nice coming out of pigeon into a forward fold. So really release into this here. Let yourself get really heavy. Let the belly get heavy on the thighs. Let everything hang. Maybe shake your head yes and no. And is there anything that you're still holding on to that you can let go of right now? Anything that is still sort of stuck? Can you just, with your exhale, just imagine you're just letting go. And then you can plant the palms and come all the way down onto your back. Just going to take a little supine twist here to close things out. So let yourself get really heavy on the yoga mat. Let your shoulders sink in. Let your back get heavy. Maybe go back and forth and windshield wipe your knees a few times. And then making a T with the arms. You're going to let the knees first come all the way down toward the left, and gaze goes to the right. Settling in here, being kind to yourself, being kind to your body, giving yourself this time to reset. To let go of this stuff, to make room for the positives that are coming your way. It's been a hard year, right? We all feel it. So set this intention tonight for 2021 to be kind to yourself this year. Give yourself that time. Even more than the movement, just that time to clear your mind, to reflect, to respond instead of reacting. Inhale, bring the knees back up to center. We're switching sides, so keeping the arms where they are. Let the knees fall all the way down to the right. Gaze goes to the left. Using this time to just let everything get heavy. Really release whatever stuff you're still holding. We manifest that in our physical bodies. See if you can just let that go. Stop replaying in your head all of the things you could have, should have, would have. Let it go. Move forward. Be kind to yourself. Talking to myself as much as all of you. Inhale, bring the knees back up to center, and we're going to end in that same posture that we started with of a nice happy baby. So bring those knees back down toward the arms, toward the shoulders, letting them get nice and heavy. Maybe rock back and forth on your tailbone. Give yourself a little massage there on the tailbone. Again, massage your feet if you have the opportunity to do it. And even when you feel too busy, even when you feel like there is no time, make that time to practice that self-care, to be kind to yourself. Because when do you ever leave a practice and think, oh, I wish I hadn't bothered doing that? Like never, right? Like never. So take that time, be kind to yourself. We're so hard on ourselves. So bring the knees together. We'll rock and roll on the spine a couple times. Come all the way up, back into your easy seat. Bring the thumbs to the heart center. Hopefully you feel like you've done something kind for yourself. And it's contagious, I think. Energy is contagious, positive and negative. You ever feel that? You walk into a room and someone's in a bad mood and you just feel it, right? But positive energy can be the same. So practicing kindness for yourself makes it easier to be kind to others, to not feel so reactive, not feel so short with our tempers, right? It's contagious. So ultimately, you can't help but be kind when you are kind to yourself. Bringing the thumbs to the heart center. The light in me honors the light in all of you. I will see you for day 28. Namaste.